We're going to also add a taxonomy. So we're adding two new things we're going to talk about. Let's add a tag field. So let's add new field and then choose tag, which is right down a little bit below halfway down the list, right underneath category here. So click on tag. I don't see any reason to call it any other thing other than tag. Maybe you could call it keywords or something like that, but I'm just going to put tag. Require, I don't know if I would make it required. I'd make it user searchable, but maybe required. And let's go ahead and add that field as well, and then drag that right underneath genre. And then maybe the release date, let's grab that right underneath the title. Okay. Now we're not done yet with editing our content type. We need to come here to properties. What we're going to do is make that release date respected. And you know what? Let's add one more field so we can actually show automatic expiration of content as well. So we're going to add a new field, and we'll call this one, it'll be date and time as well. Date and time, and we'll call this unpublish date. Be very literal there. I will say it's required user searchable show unless sure. Okay. And save that field, and let's drag that unpublished date right underneath the release date. Now we need to do one more thing before we can go and add our content and add those release dates and tags. If we come here to properties, we're going to enforce time-sensitive content, just for the proof of concept. So right here under publish date field on the properties, all I did was move from fields. I clicked over here in the tab to properties, right? And then under publish date field, I'm going to click this and choose release date as when the content is going to publish, and then expire date as when it's going to unpublish, or the unpublished date is whenever it's going to expire. This will enforce time-sensitive content. So click save, and are you sure you want to update all your identifiers to make sure it's time sensitive now? And we say yes. Okay. Now, go back to your content and open up your two movies that have already released, right? And I'll go ahead and add my release date. You could just do it yesterday. You could just put yesterday and, whatever. Let's see, this one was June 27th of 2008. So I'll go ahead and go back to 2008 and just June 27th. Okay. And that's fine. And we can put unpublished never, right? It's got a checkbox there underneath the unpublished date. Let's just leave it like that. But let's take advantage of our tag field. Okay. And let's see. I don't know. Superhuman maybe, or so I'll put superhuman, sniper, whatever else might be other keyword terms that people might search for. We would not put names of actors and actresses because that's going to be a related content type that we're going to do a related content search for later. So just be things like maybe Pixar or, whoever made the movie maybe, or, something like that, although that might be another related content type as well. I'm just putting a couple terms that we want to add in. Now, if I try to add in a term that's already here, I type DOT and it already has dotCMS macro and it already has dotCMS in. If you get a suggested tag and it does match what you want, you should train your content publishers just to click on that tag and it automatically adds it and make sure it's exactly the same tag. If you want to remove a tag, just click the X and you remove it. Okay, so we're going to update our existing content, put tags and put a release date. Don't put any unpublished date, just leave it as never, and we can save and publish just fine.